What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing good. I'm Anthony K. Thomas, and welcome to Wrestling with Rumors. Before I get into Wrestling with Rumors, like I say every week, every rumor that I am about to read is exactly what it is. It is a rumor. We can speculate as wildly as we want. Let that fantasy booking run free. But until it is proven as fact or we see happening on TV, they remain what they are, rumors. So, with that, let's get into a new episode of Wrestling with Rumors. For what it's worth, Dave Meltzer said in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that there are women in pro wrestling already planning their exits from the company to start up an OnlyFans after seeing the success of the likes of Mandy Rose and Cora Jade. So for this, I will say this doesn't shock me. There will always be those within pro wrestling that use it as a stepping stone to get to the next thing, whatever that next thing is. It could be movies, it could be OnlyFans, it could be whatever it is that they're using pro wrestling for as a stepping stone to the next thing is what it is. Happiness is key here. If you're using, for this example, pro wrestling as a stepping stone to get to that next thing that actually makes you happy, good. There's no anger in that. There's no disrespect in that, because happiness is key in all of this. There are those in pro wrestling who love pro wrestling, that make them happy, that gives them that kind of happiness. And there will always be those in pro wrestling that actually want to be in WWE, in TNA, in AEW, in New Japan Pro Wrestling, in the independent circuit. There will always be those that will have that love, that passion for pro wrestling. But there are also those who will get into pro wrestling and use the platform from pro wrestling to build their profile up, to build themselves up before making that next step into whatever that thing is that they want to do. As long as they are happy in what they are doing or what they are trying to do, that is what's important here. Happiness is key in all of this. So when you look at someone like Mandy Rose and Cora Jade, who got released from WWE and found success in something outside of pro wrestling, in OnlyFans, in whatever else they choose to do, as long as they are happy, that's what matters. As long as those who use pro wrestling as a stepping stone to the next thing is what brings happiness for them, that is what matters. So there's no disrespect, there's no anger, there's respect all around, because at the end of the day, happiness is the most important thing. And I'm saying this also understanding that there are people who do not have that luxury to do the thing, who are unable to do the thing that makes them happy, that have to stay in a job or stay in a career for choices and for choices and reasons of their own. But happiness is always one of the most important things. Apollo Crews is still recovering from his torn pec, and Fightful says he's still listed as injured in WWE's Eternal list. So Apollo Crews, no rush. He's still healing. I want him to heal. I want him to be 100%. I want him to be at his best when he comes back. And when he comes back and he gets back in that squared circle, because he has been missed, and it will be good to see him back in the ring once he is fully healed. WWE and Travis Scott had a full falling out, the nature of which hasn't gotten out yet. According to Wrestling Observer Radio, this led to a planned WWE 2K DLC not happening, and it being open season to knock Scott as Drew McIntyre did on Logan Paul's show. So I don't know exactly what happened with Travis Scott. We saw him at WrestleMania, and that was it. We saw him at WrestleMania to help, to give a little assist to John Cena to win his 17th championship. But after that, there was nothing. Dead silence for Travis Scott. I don't know what happened to Travis Scott. There are so many different outcomes or in so many different ways we can speculate exactly what happened between Travis Scott and WWE. Maybe he didn't, maybe taking the bumps, he was like, oh snaps, this is now for me, I don't like this. Maybe, could be anything. Maybe he was romanticizing the idea of being in WWE, and he got a feel for it a little bit with Elimination Chamber, and then in WrestleMania, and then when he started to train, because possibly he was supposed to have a match, maybe he realized this wasn't exactly for him. That could be it. There are so many different ways to look at exactly what happened, but yeah, he's as far as we can all tell, the silence is yeah, it's just silence from Travis Scott and WWE, and it just is what it is. But I don't think anyone is really upset as far as fans go. I don't think anyone's really upset about it. I don't think anyone really. I think everyone has their own feelings about it. So I'll just leave it exactly as it is, and we just keep moving on as we always do. Sources told WrestleVotes that Bianca Belair is closing in on her return to WWE. She could be medically cleared as early as next week's episode of SmackDown rather than this weekend's SummerSlam event. I would not close the door on a Bianca Belair returning at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is usually a good opportunity to make a return or a debut. So I wouldn't close that door on Bianca Belair. But if she doesn't return till SmackDown, still to see her come back at SmackDown, whatever is next for her, what that next step is for Bianca Belair as far as the next story she's about to tell, or the next rivalry she's about to get in, the next championship she's about to chase after, should be good. So we'll just sit back and enjoy our popcorn and see what happens next on that for Bianca Belair. Per Deadline, Zelina Vega has signed a deal with Prototype Talent Agency, which is the same company that represents Cody Rhodes, Bubba Ray Dudley, and Daddy Ass, also Billy Gunn or Mr. Ass. Awesome, good for Zelina Vega. She's got that representation. Big things for Zelina Vega, as there should be. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the CW loves Ethan Page and want to use him in as many promotions as possible. In addition to that, it sounds like Page and Ricky Saints are still in line to be among the next NXT call-ups to WWE's main roster. Absolutely. I absolutely see Ethan. I see that too. Ethan Page, Ricky Saints will definitely be part of that call-ups through the WWE draft, I believe, which will probably happen next month in September when we get to the WWE draft. I think it will be Ethan Page and Ricky Saints who will be among those call-ups, probably within the top 10 of those who will get that draft pick either to Raw or SmackDown. I don't think they're going to be on the same brand. I think one will be on Raw and one will be on SmackDown. If I had to take a guess, I see Ethan Page on Raw and Ricky Saints on SmackDown. Obviously, I could be wrong. I'm only speculating here, but absolutely Ethan Page and Ricky Saints getting those call-ups. Definitely, I see it at the WWE draft. And with that, this has been Wrestling with Rumors. I know Wrestling with Rumors was a little bit shorter this week. We are in the middle of a SummerSlam weekend, and I wanted to keep it on the shorter side. I'm going to have a lot more to talk about next week. We are all going to have feelings about this weekend's SummerSlam from Saturday to Sunday, how matches ended, who won, who didn't win, who won the championship, who lost the championship, who should have won the championship. We are all going to have feelings about it, and I'm going to have a lot to talk about on next week's episode of Wrestling with Rumors. But until then, y'all take care of yourselves. Be safe out there, and I will see you on the next one. Peace, y'all.